Hello there. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful card with Stampin' Up's Timeless Textures and Picture Perfect stamps. First off, I'm starting with Timeless Textures. I'm going to stamp off. I'm using Smoky Slate ink. I'm going to ink the stamp up again and then stamp off again. I'm using the grid image from the stamp set. Now I'm using the kind of soft edging image here. Again, this is using Smoky Slate. I'm stamping off first to get a more faded ink coverage, and once more I'm going to ink it up and then stamp off first and line it up with the first stamp and stamp it again. Next I'm using the fleur de lis, or whatever this flowery floral image is called. It's very pretty, but again I want a very muted effect, so I'm just stamping that, and I'm stamping over the top of the grid here to get a grungy, soft look for the background of this card. I want a lot of clean white space. Here I'm using the coffee cup stains. Again, I'm stamping off first before stamping them on top of the images. I'm kind of creating a collage background here for the stamps. I've now switched to rose red ink, but again I'm stamping off for these little ink splats so I get a faded effect. I'm setting that aside now as I'm going to stamp the rose images from Picture Perfect. This is a 3-step stamp set, or traditionally called a 2-step. Again, with the main image I'm stamping off first so that I get a faded background for the rose. This is such a beautiful stamp set. I'm taking the second stamp and again, but this time, sorry, I am not stamping off, I'm just stamping directly over the top. I kind of lost which way I'd stamped at first. I'm getting there. And there you go, got it. That's what I love about these photopolymer stamps, you can see where you're stamping. And that's a much darker image, as you can see, and then we're going to build up the final layer with basic grey this time, not Smoky Slate. And there we have it. Now I'm going to cut the stamp set out. So now I've got that cut out, I'm going to cut out the sentiment using the Greetings Thinlits with silver glimmer paper. I'm using the precision plate and the magnetic base plate here, and I've got the thanks sentiment already on top there, on top of the silver glimmer paper. Just adding my cutting plate over the top, and I'm running this through the Big Shot. And there we have the image cut out. I'm now going to use one of the new tools within the Spring Summer catalogue. This is fantastic, this little brush and pad set. So you just run over the die and then pop it off, and the sentiment just pops right out. It's a brilliant little tool. I'll have all the details on my blog and underneath on the YouTube post for you, with the links to my online shop if you choose to purchase through me. That'd be great, thank you. Now I'm going to assemble the card. I'm using a basic grey card base, and I'm just sticking the panel over the top that I stamped with the Timeless Textures. Now I'm going to pull together the rest of the front of the card. I'm putting a little snail adhesive down so that I can stick down some metallic silver thread. This is lovely, lovely thread, very versatile. So I'll simply cut off a loop that I've looped around my hand. I don't know why the video's gone into slow motion. I will try to sort that out. Okay, and I'm just going to stick that down on top of the little bit of snail adhesive that I put down. And then I'm going to add some more snail adhesive over the top of over the back of the rose, sorry, and add that on top of the silver thread. Okay, now I've got the rose stuck on, I'm going to take the sentiment and I will put some glue on the back using the fine tip glue pen. This, as it says, it's got a very fine tip, so you can just go over the back of the letters quite easily without getting glue everywhere. And I'm just going to stick this over the top of the rose, but at the bottom so it doesn't cover up the whole of the rose. And then I will finish the card off with some silver sequins. Again, I'm just using the fine tip glue and I'm going to add 3 blobs of glue onto the card, and then I'll stick the sequins on top of that. So now for the final sequin to go on, and that's it. Very straightforward, easy card to make, nothing really complicated about it. I hope you've enjoyed today's project, and if you would like further details, please visit my blog http://bedlamandbutterflies.co.uk. Thank you for joining me. Bye.